Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our Week 1 preview of the 2012 edition of the Family Beat Down Fantasy Football League. I just thought I'd throw this video out there and talk a little bit about the league as we look forward to kickoff, which is this coming Wednesday at September 5th. The New York Giants take on Dallas Cowboys, and then we have a full slate of games over the weekend. So if you have Cowboys or Giants on your schedule or on your roster, make sure that you've got them set if you want them to play. But anyway, full slate of teams this year. We've got got two new owners. Both Paul and Quincy have graduated on to other pursuits in the fall. But we welcome this year Dani Menser, whose team, what'd she call herself? She called herself the Blood, Sweat, and Beer. She is in the Cardinal division. And then Rebecca Kingery, who is Show Me Them TDs in the Gold division. So we're up to our full slate of 12 owners. Draft is all set, and free agents are open. So Rick's been out there pretty aggressive on the waiver wire already making 6 moves. I've made 4, as has Veronica. But anyway, let's look right away at the Week 1 previews. But before I get ahead of myself, our Notre Dame USC update. The Trojans open up tomorrow, Saturday, against the University of Hawaii, which I don't know why they even schedule those guys, but whatever. USC needs to, in my opinion, hang at least 50 points on those guys in order to be taken seriously. And then Notre Dame, as Jake pointed out to me, travels to Ireland to take on Navy. Seems like an awful lot of trouble to take on Navy, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But at any rate, looking forward to the November 24th matchup out here in the Coliseum between the Trojans and the Fighting Irish. Who knows, that could have national title contention or national title implications, at least on one side of the football, certainly not the other. Any rate, Week 1, smell this. My team gets off against the Invincibles. Grandpa had the overall number 1 pick this year, and he took Aaron Rodgers. Some great advice there, whoever's helping consult with Dad. But I took RG3. I did the whole auto draft this year. I did auto draft on both my leagues. It's the whole new approach this year, and I got to tell you, I feel pretty good. So I've got RG3 making his NFL debut, but then I've got Megatron. I've got Megatron in both of my leagues, as I do with AJ Green. And then Chris Johnson. I'm taking a flyer on Chris Johnson. And then tried and true Darren Sproles. Grandpa, Brandon Marshall, which is, a Chicago Bear. So who cares? But Brandon Lloyd, that is a good pickup by Grandpa. He's a wide receiver. We'll see which one in the pecking order he becomes Tom Brady's favorite. But there's always lots of TDs around in New England. Jamal Charles is a bit of a risk for Grandpa, but he's in there. At any rate, if you look at the projected points, this is like a 3-point favorite, or Grandpa's a 3-point favorite, but I am going to give the nod to smell this because I'm going to set off on a 15-1 record this year. You've heard it here first. All right, taking a look at Mama of 4 Boldens versus our defending champions, Mud Dawgs. And by the way, we're playing for a traveling trophy this year. It's up on the Facebook page, and I just saw a Mud Dawgs team logo, and that's wholly inappropriate there, Rick. I mean, you got to do something about that. But anyway, Rick went strong with Drew Brees, which we all know Brees is a fantasy freak, and Wes Welker is another one who puts up a lot of points. Michael Turner, Isaac Redman. It doesn't look like, I don't think Isaac Redman's going to be the starter there in Pittsburgh, but still. And then I got the rookie Kobe Fleener from Illinois by way of Stanford. On the Mama of 4 Bolden side, she went along with Phillip Rivers, Ruben Randall. There's your colors. New York Giants, never heard of the guy. Veronica's got him in the number 1 wide receiver position. You go, girl. Stephen Hill, LaShawn McCoy, you should feel ashamed of yourself for carrying an eagle on your bench or on your lineup, let alone starting him. But looking at the strength of Drew Brees and Wes Welker and Miles Austin, I've got to give it to Jake. Jake is the favorite by this one by quite a bit, but nonetheless, I think it'll be a close game. but I think Jake will prevail. The Rednecks versus Show Me Them TDs. Rednecks are Dawn, and Show Me Them TDs is Rebecca. This being Rebecca's first fantasy football game, and she is about a 30-point favorite. She's led by little brother Eli, Greg Jennings, and Eric Dicker, Matt Forte in the running back slot. Not a lot of stars. You got Hernandez as her tight end, but Hernandez seems to be the second option, even though he's got the big money contract now. On the Redneck side, Cam Newton going for the sophomore repeat. Adrian Peterson, who is coming back from a pretty dramatic knee injury. Reggie Bush, who is a personal favorite. But yet, Dawn is, like I said, a 30-point underdog. I'm going to give the nod to Show Me Them TDs. The Decepticons. All the time I've been playing with Jet, I've been calling them the Deceptions, and I finally decided to actually read the name of his team. And the Decepticons being led by Tom Brady, Andre Johnson, who coming back from injury as well, Jordy Nelson, Marshawn Lynch, the animal. Let's see what he can do. He needs to redeem himself, in my opinion. On the blue and gold side, led by Peyton. Peyton's looked crisp. Let's see if he can take Denver to where he took Indianapolis. Deshaun Jackson, old wrong way Deshaun, Steven Jackson, all of these for blue and gold. It's about a 4-point favorite for blue and gold. I'm going to go stick my neck out here, and I'm going to give the nod to Decepticons, not the Deceptions, the Decepticons. Looking at Bears 6, who is Michael, versus the Beehole Wreckers, who is none other than Alex Thomas Bolden. And that's led by Jay Cutler on Alex's team. Lots of luck there, buddy. Jeremy Macklin, Torrey Smith. The only name on here is Arian Foster. Not true. We've got Rob Gronkowski, who had like a 600 TDs last year. So maybe by the strength of that, Alex will do okay as long as he pays attention to his team, being the freshman in college. Big man on campus. Bears 6. It's Michael's team, led by Tony Romo. Oh, Larry Fitzgerald, Marcus Colston, who's in New Orleans, and Fred Jackson on the resurging Buffalo Bills. Michael is right now a 3-point favorite over Beehole Wreckers. I'm going to diss on Jay Cutler every chance I get, so Michael's going to be the favorite here. Is going to be my pick here. And in our last game of the week, the Mighty Mullets take on Blood, Sweat, and Beer. The Mighty Mullets, led by Michael Vick, who the vulnerable Michael Vick, if he can keep those ribs protected. Des Bryant, who has his own personal security force, and then Ray Rice. Dani is in her fantasy football debut is a 17-point favorite with Matthew Stafford. That's a good pick at quarterback. Vincent Jackson, DMC at running back, and Frank Gore, who's going to be splitting time with former Saluki. What the hell was his name? Brandon Jacobs, who's now up in San Francisco. Jermichael Finley, Packers tight end. I'm going to go, even though I love the name of the Mighty Mullets, I'm going to go with beginner's luck here. First time's a charm. Dani, you're going to win this one in week 1 and start off your fantasy football career undefeated. So that's what I think. As I said, the kickoff is Wednesday, the NFL kickoff, and there's a full slate of games on Sunday and Sunday night and 2 games on Monday night. So good luck, everybody, and I hope you have fun this year. We'll see you in week 2. Bye-bye.